Hi everyone. After a long time, again I resume my YouTube channel. So previously videos we discussed, as you know, we started one series Airflow, Apache Airflow with MongoDB, and how we can automate the DAGs and how we can create one dynamically MongoDB bot, and also how we can create one email helper bot, so which we can dynamically send email to anyone. So I just show you like whatever I covered before. Those who are watching my channel newly, right? So it suggests like first complete the previous videos, and only you can get more ideas. So currently you can go through this series, starting from here, this Python automation series. So here I explained like introduction of Airflow and how we can install Docker, and step by step each every steps. Features of Airflow and this Python operator, how we need to work, Bash operator, how we need to work, and these four videos specific for MongoDB helper and also email helper. Okay, so here previous videos like this thing I left actually due to some reason. So in this video like we completed like how we can create a dynamically MongoDB bot. Okay, so I just show you just overview those who are watching this video. So we created a connection function, insert single document function, get single document function, and update the single document function. So we'll upload many more function for reusable functionality. So it will helpful for you to create one bot. Bot is nothing but the reusable functionality. Means this function you can use in your future. No need to hard code any value and all. So dynamically you can integrate this method and you can pass the argument, then you can trigger that one. Okay, so today video I will guide you, but actually previously I created an email helper bot. I think starting from here only, this video, this part number 9. So this video previously we hard coded like username and password, everything actually we hard coded. Okay, so currently what we need to do, so today I will explain you how you can dynamically passing this username and password, and how you can trigger your own custom bot, custom function, and you can send email to one email id to another email id. So I am taking this testing email id, this one. This is like our from email id. This is our two. So dynamically how we can do that one. And previous video also we explained like how we can create documents and all. So here only you can add your configuration credential and password. So this username and password we need to dynamically pass here, this one and here password. So we can trigger the we can send one email to that recipient person. So let's start how we can do. So step one you need to do what. In step one I created one method, this one get single document. So here what are things need to pass? Collection name is nothing but this one. We previous videos I already covered that one. Those who are newly watching this video, cover this 22 minutes videos, then you can get more ideas about it. So here what we need to do, already integrated this bot. You need to type here like this way. See, I'm just removing this one again. Here you can type this prompt, then that specific file name where you are using MongoDB helper. Now you need to import. What do you need to import? That specific method, which one we are using for getting the value. I created one method, reusable functionality. You integrate this one. If you are typing control space, right, then it will come. Those who are using this VS code. So here you can see get single document. So this one we are using for fetching the username and password. So I am giving enter here. Before that we will see that value and all. So I just commenting this two line, which is sending a request to from to two person, recipient person. So here you need to use any variable. So I'm using one variable like config anything you can take. Here I'm typing like config underscore data. You can type anything. Okay, so here you need to use what? You need to copy paste this method like this get method. Inside get method, what are condition like? We need to pass the collection name. So this collection name you need to pass here. So inside this string need to pass what actually the collection name. So here is config, then you can type your config. So depends on your collection name, you need to type here. Okay, then second thing what we are using, second we need to use query. This query like in SQL and other DB also, we are using one primary key, right? So this primary key is nothing but I created one primary key for name. That value is email config. So those key is email config, that value only it will fetch. So we can see. So here in email helper, you need to use what actually. Sorry, it's not required. We need to use that query. I'm just typing here name, and here I'm giving column, and also I'm giving here email config. Okay, so same value you need to use here, name and email config here. This is our query. Then third thing, it's like I'm using one collection. So which collection you could see, sorry, projection. So this projection we can give anything. It's like I added none. Why I'm adding none like here you can see. So if I'm not giving also, it will not create problem. So here I'm giving like connects config data. Here if I'm printing this one and save this thing, I'm just restarting this one. So here you could see it is printing ID, username and password and name. Okay. So here you can see we added and some collection name and print this one, right? So here we just commented this one. So why I commented like it is printing 2 times. It is fetching from here also and it is printing from here also. So better we can, let me execute again. So here you can see guys, it is printing now single times. Okay. And this whatever is coming, right? So this is coming from this collection get connection. If you commented this one, then you can't see this data also. So now we can start like it is fetching all the thing now. So we want to print only username and password, not ID. So how you can do? So here you can see we created this method, right? So an additional option we are using for projection. See, I'm adding none. Though if it is not required for anyone, then they will not use this projection. Projection is working what actually? Projection is working as a filter criteria. Filter means if specific value if you want to print, then you can use this projection option. Just example like here you can see, I'm just filtering what I just want to print only username and password, not name and not ID. So how you can do? So here you can see you need to use your username. Okay. So in username you need to add what actually in this username you need to add 1. In MongoDB it is considered as a you want to print that one only, not other value. So second I want to print what actually password. Okay. So in password you need to give also 1 because you want to print one additional argument. It is coming like ID. So you need not print that one. So here you need to use ID and here you need to use 0. 0 is considered as you don't want to print that one. So let me save it and execute this one again. So here you can see it is printing only username and password. Our condition what actually we need, instead of this hard-coded value we need to print this username. Instead of this hard-coded value we need to print this value, password value. How we can do? So here what we need to do, in now it is printing as a dictionary. So we need to do what? We need to pass this config data, which is our index value. This index we are passing here, and inside this one we need to pass like this username. Okay. So you need to copy paste this one here, and instead of this hard-coded password, just remove this one. Add here config data. So inside config data, you need to pass this password. Okay. So instead of this hard-coded value, you can dynamically printing this one. So now I'm just removing this comment line because currently we need to trigger the email and let's see it is printing this thing or not. Earlier one what we did is here we are adding hard-coded username and hard-coded password. Now we are using dynamically need to pass the username and password and send one email from this email ID to this one. Okay, so now it's all completed. So we need to save this thing and trigger this one. Let's see what it is happening. If it is success, then only it will print success. If it is failure, then it will print failure. Now we are getting this success scenario. So let's see like it's actually sending the email or not. So this is our source, like this RS 369. So here you can your confirmation you can see also. This is our from value, this is our to value. Okay. So here send tab. Here you can see the timing also 11:03 a.m. 11:03 a.m. also. So we are sending this email to Naik 771. So now here you can see it's also we are received in recipient person testing success. This is our body. So this body you can see here and subject it's like testing. So this testing is our subject. So instead of that you can add anything. So this is like one sample hard-coded subject and value everything. So in upcoming videos, like we need to do what? We need to do two things. First of all, we need to some dynamically we need to pass some HTML and content, CSS content, that kind of thing we will try. Let's see. And body also we will pass some dynamically a thing. This is the one scenario. And this series is purpose of this Airflow only. So in upcoming videos, we will create this kind of one DAG like it's older one. So we will pass this email helper means by using Airflow, because our ultimate goal is need to do everything in Airflow. So, Airflow is supporting Python language. That's why we are separating two things. We are making the bot, and in Python helper email DAG we are integrating this bot. So this series, those who are watching newly, right, just to complete this video, I think you can get some idea about Airflow and all, how you can integrate bot and how you can integrate MongoDB. Then I think it will be easy for you to understand the scenarios, like, and understand the functionality whatever I implemented, and try to implement the same different kind of logic and all in your project or anything. Those who are watching this as a corporate employee, right? So they can also get some more idea about it, like this tool is doing what and how we can integrate bots. Bots is nothing but it's a reusable functionality. Functionality means these methods. So might be it will helpful in your future, but for getting some additional functionality, additional scripting language and all, then you can watch this video for your helpful in your future. So this is like on-premises I'm using. It's not GCP cloud and all I integrated, but upcoming videos I will also implement that one. So it will helpful for your future. Yeah, today this much only. Thank you so much those who are watching this video.